Hello, boss man. So, we're gonna continue on with the analysis. This time we're gonna do Jesse's. But first, what we do, we open things up, right? So I got a Burst of Destiny. I don't have the fusion card. I do have all these, but I don't have the fusion one. So that's what I'm looking for. The secrets. I'm mostly looking for secrets and I guess starlights from this set. So all the good stuff, basically, all the expensive stuff. That's what I'm missing. So let's see if we get something good. Dun, 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 dun. All right, all right, all right, all right. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, Beat Trooper Descent. I feel like I have this, but until I look at my collection, I wouldn't know. All right, but at least we got an Ultra. That's cool. Whether that's anything. But anyways, let's move on to and let's check out Jesse's deck. All right, so let's see what we have. We have some good cards here. I feel they made a legit Crystal Beast deck as far as I know of. So let's check out the skill first. All right, so we're looking at the skill now. This one is called Crystal Transcendence. All right, you can only summon or set Crystal Beast monsters, and wait, you can only summon slash set Crystal monsters and Dragon monsters while this skill is face up. Okay. Oh, is that Dragon support? Once per turn during your main phase, you can send up to 3 cards from your hand to your graveyard. Okay. Then choose that many Crystal Beast monsters with different names from your deck and place them in your spell or trap card zone as continuous spell cards. This skill can be used twice per duel. Oh, okay. So I know for a fact there's dragons that could benefit from this, from having continuous spell cards in the back row. So I know that for a fact. So this is pretty good for those. So you could actually make kind of a few decks out of this, like a dragon deck, or I know there's another dragon deck that has a dragon that hasn't been released that could benefit from this. Um, So this could be potentially good in the future as well. Right now, it's pretty good. Based on let me see, what are the requirements? Okay, once per turn during your main phase, you can send up to 3 cards from your hand into your graveyard. All right, so you just discard, basically discard what you have in your hand. Oh, it says up to 2, up to 3. Then choose that many. All right. So you could basically your whole back row, you could discard. Oh, monsters. I want to say that. So it has to be 3 monsters. Discard 3 monsters. The max you can do is discard 3 monsters to get 3 monsters back into your your back row. I'm assuming you're potentially only gonna need right. I think dragons benefit from 3, but Crystal Beast monsters benefit from 2. I think because you're gonna need usually you need that slot to activate a spell or trap or whatever, right? So most likely you're gonna do 2. The only benefit I would see of discarding 3 would be you're running a dragon deck that this will be helpful with them being continuous spell cards, and it's twice per duel, so that's pretty cool. That's not bad. But recuperating from 3 losses of monsters might be hard. So I don't know. Maybe you won't. I don't think you're gonna be able to do it twice per duel unless we have draw. Oh, we do have a drawing card, right? So I saw that. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's look at the next one. Next skill. All right, it's called Rainbow Crystal Collection. If a face-up Crystal Beast monster you control would be destroyed, okay, you can place a crystallization counter on it instead. Oh, instead. So wait, does it protect you? Let's say if a face-up Crystal Beast monster you control would be destroyed, you place a counter on this instead. Okay. Monsters with crystallized counters are considered continuous spell cards in your spell trap card zone instead of monsters. Hold on. What? If face up control monster will be destroyed. Are they talking about back row? If a face up are they talking about like a back row? If a face up crystal beast monster you control would be destroyed, you could place 1 counter on it instead. Monsters with crystallized counters are considered continuous spell cards in your spell or trap card source instead of monsters. If a card with a crystallized counter would be special summon, remove the counter. Cards with crystallized counter can be used as fusion materials for Ultimate Crystal Beast Monster. Ultimate Crystal Monster. Um. All right, so I need to get this right. Let me see. My trying to break it apart. If face up Crystal Beast Monster control would be destroyed. So my like what's confusing me is it just does it help you with face up monsters like as well, not just back row. That's my confusion. If a face up Crystal Beast monster you control would be destroyed, you can place one counter on it instead. So like I still feel it's just for back row. It's just your continuous Crystal Beast monsters. Monsters with counters are considered continuous spell cards in your spell card trap close instead of monsters. Oh, so no, this is actually like this would be a monster. So this would be a face-up monster, right, in your zone, but it would consider a spell trap card. It would be considered a spell, right? A continuous spell technically. It may continue. So technically you could have six spell back was it three spell and trap card zones, I guess, if you consider your monsters and your back row. If a card with a crystallized counter would be special summoned, remove the counter. Okay. So it will be a regular monster. Cards with crystallized counters can be used as fusion summon for Crystal Beast monster. So is this like so this would make it to where don't you have to have seven? It's seven, right? So the max you could have is six, right? Because we have three back row and three monster zones. So max you could have six. So you'll be missing one crystal beast in order to completely fusion this guy. But that means they'll be able to survive, and they count as continue. They says their monsters with this are considered continuous spell cards. God, this is crazy. All right. Oh shoot. All right. So you potentially have what like six continuous spell cards, I guess. You could have six continuous spell cards. Wow, that's crazy. And yeah, so this adds more to the other one. Wow, that's pretty. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we have before I'm already like thinking what we could do with this. So let's see what we have. All right. So I'm gonna check out the deck. What is it? Jesse's, right? Where are you, Jesse? Where are you? There it goes. All right, so this is his cards, right? Let's check them out. Let's see, based on the counters, based on the, was it on the skills? Let's see what we could do. All right, this excavate the top two cards from your deck, add one of them from your hand, then place the other one top on the bottom of your deck. So this is a good card. Um, somewhat, but it's a reprint. All right, let's see this one. What does this do? So they all have the same effect, sort of, but they have like a small other effect. This card can attack your opponent directly, but when it uses this effect, any battle damage effect to your opponent's half. So you're only poking for 600, and then it goes into your continuous back row. When this card special summon, you can special summon as many Crystal Beast monsters as possible from your spell and trap card zone. So this is like a pretty good card in Crystal Beast since you could special summon multiple monsters at the same time. Once per turn, you can target one monster you control that attack this turn. Change that target to defense position. Um, if this would be a quick effect, I think that'd be awesome. But once per turn, you can target one monster you control that attack this turn. Change that target to defense position. I guess like this guy, you're probably gonna want to do this. Why this guy? This is probably why it's protect itself. So it attacks, and then you change it to defense position. All right, let's see. But once per turn, that you can't activate. I don't think you could activate this card since it's since we have no main phase two. Because once it attacks, it attacks. Like that's basically end phase. There's no main phase two. So I don't know if this is relevant at all. All right. When another Crystal Beast monster you control is target for an attack, you can change the attack target to this card. That's a 17. It's a 17 beater stick, so it isn't half bad, but you know. And then it has the same effect where when it's destroyed, it becomes a back row card. Let's see. Tiger. Tiger is a little bit better of a card, but let's see. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 400 attack during damage step only. So it's a damage gain 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's 2k. And then it has the same Crystal Beast effect. Let's see. Cobalt Eagle. Once per turn, you can target one Crystal Beast card you control. Place that target on top of your deck. Once per turn, you can target one Crystal Beast card you control. Place that target on top of your deck. I feel like there's something here, but I just don't know what. Like I feel like if you're trying to protect one card, I don't know. It says Crystal Beast card, so it could be useful. All right, let's check out Sapphire and Pegasus. When this card is summoned, you can place one Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell or trap card zone as continuous spell. So this is pretty cool. This is like I think this is your searcher for and to get some of these effects going. And then it has the same back row effect. This is the Rainbow Dragon. Who's treated in that cannot be normal summon or send. Must be special summon from your hand by having 7 Crystal Beast cards with different name in your field or in your graveyard. Oh, so this is pretty cool. Field or graveyard. So I was just thinking it was gonna be graveyard, but field's cool. This card cannot be. This card cannot activate the following effects the turn this card is special summon. So, and it's at 0 defense. So I don't know. You can send all Crystal Beast monsters you control to gain to the graveyard. This card gains 1,000 attack for each monster sent to the graveyard. So this potential is going to be activated during your main phase 2. I mean your second turn of summoning, and you'll get the 1,000 boost. I don't know how relevant it is. It's already at 4k. The thing that sucks is like you have to wait a turn. You can banish all Crystal Beast monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle all of the cards. Oh, shuffle all cards on the field into the deck. So you can survive a turn. This is dope. If not, I don't know if it's too much. Too much for it. Wait, does it protect dragons? No, that's only. Well, we'll check. So we know this is a dragon. We know our dragons had an effect, a protection effect. I think. If you control 2 or more Crystal Beast cards in your spell trap card zone, your opponent chooses 1 Crystal Beast in your spell trap card zone. You can send it to a graveyard, and if you do, draw 2 cards. All right. So your opponent chooses 1 Crystal Beast card in your spell trap card zone. Send it to a graveyard. All right. So your opponent chooses the card to send to your graveyard, and you draw 2 cards. So we gotta draw our target up to 2 Crystal Beast monsters in your graveyard. Place those targets face up in your spell trap card zone. Let's continue. So this makes it to where you have those back rows. Like I said, I feel like some dragons could benefit from this. Target 1 Crystal Beast card in your spell tracker zone, special summon it. So it kind of has this same effect. So if you summon this guy, you could potentially summon all of them. Well, I guess the 2 you have. Equip only to a Crystal Beast monster. It gains 800 attack. That's cool. When this card is sent from the field to graveyard, you could place 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck face up in your spell or trap card zone. All right, so this is cool. And like you get a boost, and then you get to search something to put in your back row. All right, the field spell. You must have this many Crystal Beast cards in your spell or trap card zone to activate and resolve this effect. Oh, so this is where what the skill comes into play, because um you want to have we can't have more than 3 because we don't have that much back row. But with the field spell, we could have more than 3. All right, so let's see. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Cool. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, including your opponent's turn, you can have the battle damage you take. So that's if you have 2 of those. When a spell or trap card is activated, you can send 1 Crystal Beast monster your opponent you control to the graveyard, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Ooh, this is protection to the max. Ooh, I like this. All right, it's a when effect, so I don't know. Oh wait, we do have more. So okay, once per turn during your main phase, you can draw one card. All right, so that's you. This is where the skill comes into play because now you have 4 cards. 5 cards. Once per turn during your main phase, you can target one crystal beast card in your spell track or zone, special summon that target. Most likely it's going to be this guy to get your other cards. But yeah, so this is where the skill comes into play. Um, let's see. Each time a crystal beast monster is placed in either spell or trap card zone, place one crystal beast counter on this card. You can send this card to the graveyard, take a number of crystal beast monsters from your deck equal to the number of counters that were in this card, and place them on face up on your spell card zone. So this card kind of protects you from using your too much back row, from having too much crystal beast monster. So once you're ready to go and you could destroy it or pop it or something. Let me see. You could send. So you could do it yourself. Like you're like, I think I have enough crystal beast cards to do some shenanigans, right? So this is when you activate. This is when you pop your own crystal beast tree. That's cool. Send. This is a crystal Regeki. Send one crystal beast card from your spell track card zone to graveyard. Then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Oh, so it's any. You can target any. That's cool. This is super burn. Discard one card until the end of this turn. Each time you would take damage, gain the amount of life points instead. Wow. So if we do see quite a bit of burn, the Rainbow Life could be awesome. Well, discard one card until the end of this turn. Each time you would take damage. So it's effect damage or battle damage. Gain the life points instead. Wow. Pretty sure that'll stop the burn. If you have 7 Crystal Beast cards with different names in your field or in your graveyard, special summon one ultimate crystal monster from your deck or graveyard in order to summon condition. So this is pretty cool. It makes it to where you don't have to rely too much on having it in your hand and all that stuff. So this is cool. You can just worry about getting stuff to the graveyard. Gravestorm, Gravelstorm. Target one spell track card in each field. Return them to the hand. Target one spell track card on each field. Return them to the hand. Oh, I guess so. You could technically make it to where you return back your monsters, and then they have to return their actually good cards or whatever. All right, Crystal Conclave. I don't know. Once per turn, if a face of Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Crystal Beast monster from your deck. So if one of your Crystal Beast monster gets destroyed, you could pop something. You can send this face up card on the field to the graveyard as a continuous trap card. Then target one Crystal Beast card in you control and one card on the field. So probably your opponents return them to the hand. You cannot activate these effects in the same chain. Alright, so you do get 2 effects, but you can activate one of these per turn, I guess. Or, not per turn, but not in the same chain, so. Alright. And then this bad boy. Alright, this is the fusion. Crystal Beast monsters treated, okay. Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing one Crystal Beast monster. So that's your Crystal Beast right here. You would probably tribute that. Special summoned by tributing one Crystal Beast level 10 ultimate okay monster. Once per turn, you can banish one Crystal Beast monster in your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the banished monsters until the end of the turn. Quick effect: you can tribute this fusion summon monster and shuffle all the cards. So you're gonna summon this guy, then fusion summon this guy. Well, tribute it, right? You're gonna tribute, so you don't have to wait a whole freaking turn. Awesome! This makes it a lot better. Oh my god. Yeah, because this would suck having to wait a turn, but this makes it to where it's actually playable. So that's awesome. Overall, I think this is not bad. Like, can't wait to try it out. You're most likely gonna cut some crystal. Well, you need to have one of each, I guess, and probably like multiple of this and multiple of this. I think That's usually the way to go. Um, but yeah, I can't wait to try it out. Let's look at the skill. All right, let's see. So again, you could only summon a Crystal Beast monster. You can only summon Crystal Beast monsters and Dragon monsters while this card's face up on the field. So that means you're limited to dragons and Crystal Beasts for the skill. Once per turn during your main phase, you can send up to 3 Crystal Beast monsters from your hand to your graveyard. Then choose as many Crystal Beast monsters with different name. So um, I don't like this has a lot of potential. I just feel like not right now, but I could be wrong. This is just me. Right now thinking about it, not actually sitting down and reading the cards. I need, like I said, I need the cards to actually know what's going on. I usually just lay them out and see, oh, this would work and whatever. Um, so yeah, this is pretty. I do feel like this could be pretty good. But I feel more in the future. But I do like that you're able to get fill up your back row, and it says twice per duel. So that's cool. I think this is I feel this is a little bit more crazier of a card, but they're both pretty good. So I can't wait to try these out. Let me know in the comments if you guys if this is something you want to try, if you feel this would be meta relevant, or if not. I think it's okay. The fact that we got the fusion makes it to where it's actually playable. Without it's too slow. You have to waiting a whole turn too slow. But anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe, guys. Like a boss. Take care.